Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Upasana Taneja, and in today's video we have this Maths Olympiad question which is very important, and you will see this question every year in many Maths Olympiad in many countries Maths Olympiad. Okay, so if you see here, what do we have? They are giving us x raised to power 2026 is equal to 2026. If it was 2025, they would write 2025 here. Anything like x raised to power a, you can say, is equal to a, right? If I just write this question as x raised to power a is equal to a, okay, or any constant, or suppose I say c, okay, whenever you get this type of question, c can be anything, any number, 2025, 2026, 2027, right? Whenever you get this, how will you proceed? There is, observe this question, there is always this method only. We solve this question with patterns, okay, like how? Okay, so here what do I have? I have told this rule to you like in many questions. When you have, suppose you have a raised to power b raised to power c, what does this mean? Whenever you get this type of thing, always solve this thing first, okay? Don't get confused with this thing. Suppose you have a raised to power b raised to power c, it would become a raised to power bc or a raised to power c raised to power b, right? Do not get confused. Do not confuse this thing with this thing. They both are different. In this case, you multiply powers, right? In this second case. In first case, you do not multiply powers. You first solve this power, b raised to power c. And then you solve a raised to power whatever you get, then you solve that thing. Okay. So that means we know that in here we cannot multiply the powers in this type of thing. Okay. You cannot multiply 2026 with x. Then what would you do? You will just take this as separately. Suppose I take, let x raised to power 2026 is equal to y. It would be equal to something, right? I say it y, and then our question will become x raised to power y is equal to 2026, right? Now we get these two things, right? Y will be equal to something, y is equal to x raised to power 2026. So what do I do now? X raised to power y is equal to 2026. If I take power 1 by y on both sides, okay, it would become this. X is equal to 2026 raised to power 1 by y, right? Okay. Now this x I will substitute here. So I make this equation in one variable. How? So here I will write x as 2026, right? Raised to power 1 by y raised to power 2026. Are you getting it? We are trying, first we made this in two variables, then we solved somehow and tried to make again it in one variable, right? Now if you see this form, this is this form now, a raised to power b raised to power c, and this will become a raised to power bc, because here we have brackets. Here in this question we didn't have these bracket, right? So what will I do now? I will write 2026 raised to power, I will multiply these two. Or what else can we do? I can write this as well, a raised to power c raised to power b, right? So what can I do? I will just replace it, okay, exchange these things. So it would become this, right or not? Yes. So what will I do next? I have 2026 raised to power 2026. I take power y on both sides. Okay. Then this power will cancel out and we will get y raised to power y. If you solve this, right, something raised to x raised to power x is equal to y raised to power y. This implies x is equal to y. We know this rule, right? So here if we see something raised to power something is y raised to power y. So y is equal to what? 2026. We got y 2026. If y is 2026, our x would become 2026 raised to power 1 by 2026, or you can write it as this 2026, and inside we have 2026. So if it was any other constant here, you need to know this now, that it would be c under root c. If that means, what do it that means if x raised to power c is equal to c, then x is what? C under root c. And this is very important rule that you should know, okay, for any maths Olympiad question. Okay, so if you get this question in maths Olympiad, okay, so I hope you liked it, you understood this whatever I explained. If you like it, do subscribe to my channel and please share these videos with your friends if you can, who your friends who are preparing for maths Olympiads, okay. And if you like to solve maths riddles, please follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.